They hurt you. You know they were wrong for you. And yet, they are still the first person you think about in the morning and the last person who enters your mind at night. So why them? Why does your mind keep returning to someone your heart is trying to leave? It may not be because they were your soulmate. Your brain may simply be trying to finish a story that never gave you a real ending. In the next few minutes, you'll understand 5 psychological loops that can keep someone trapped in your thoughts, and how to weaken each one without fighting yourself. Because thinking about them does not mean you should go back. The first loop is the unfinished story. The human mind dislikes uncertainty. When someone leaves without a clear explanation, or when their words never match their actions, your mind keeps searching for the missing answer. Was any of it real? Did they ever love me? What did I do wrong? You replay old conversations, looking for the one detail that will finally make everything make sense. But every replay keeps the story emotionally active. You may believe you are searching for closure. Often, you are searching for an explanation that will make the pain feel fair. And some endings will never feel fair. The second loop is unpredictable affection. One day they made you feel deeply wanted. The next day they became distant, cold, or unavailable. You never knew which version of them you would get. That unpredictability can make their attention feel more valuable, not because the relationship is healthier, but because the relief is harder to predict. A message from them does not simply feel good, it ends the anxiety they created. For a moment, your body relaxes, and that relief can be mistaken for love. But peace that only arrives when someone stops hurting you is not the same as safety. The third loop is the future you imagined. Sometimes you are not missing the relationship you actually had. You are grieving the relationship you kept hoping it would become. The apology that would change everything, the trip you talked about, the calmer version of them, the future in which your patience was finally rewarded. Letting go means losing more than a person. It means saying goodbye to a possibility. And imagined futures can be difficult to mourn because they contain no bad memories, only promise. Ask yourself, do I miss who they consistently were? Or do I miss who I needed them to become? The fourth loop is self-blame. Pain makes the mind search for control. If you can convince yourself that everything happened because you were too needy, too emotional, or not good enough, then part of you can keep believing that you could still fix it. Maybe if you said the right thing, asked for less, looked different, stayed calmer, they would finally choose you. Self-blame is painful, but it can feel less frightening than accepting that you could not turn an emotionally unsafe person into a safe one. Their inability to love you consistently is not evidence that you were difficult to love. The fifth loop is identity. Perhaps being chosen by this person became connected to your worth. Winning them back would mean you mattered. Their apology would prove you were not foolish. Their regret would prove they finally understood what they lost. But when your worth depends on their recognition, they remain in control, even when they are no longer in your life. You do not heal by finally becoming unforgettable to them. You heal by remembering that you were valuable before they noticed you, while they misunderstood you, and after they left. So how do you weaken these loops? Do not demand that your mind forget them. That creates another battle inside you. Instead, notice how the loop is being fed. Every time you check their profile, reread old messages, search for hidden meaning, or rehearse an imaginary conversation, you give your brain another reason to keep the story open. When the thought appears, try saying, "I am having the urge to return to this story," not, "This must mean I still belong with them." Then bring yourself back to something real. Message someone safe. Walk outside. Write down what actually happened, not only what you miss. Let the feeling rise without turning it into an action. At first, this may feel empty. That emptiness is not proof that leaving was a mistake. It is the space where the cycle used to be. And slowly, that space can become yours again. You do not need one final message from them to earn your peace. You do not need them to admit what they did. You do not need their regret to prove that your pain was real. Sometimes closure is not an answer another person gives you. Sometimes it is the moment you stop asking your pain to prove that the relationship mattered. You can remember them and still choose yourself. You can miss them and still keep walking. And one morning, they will no longer be your first thought. Not because the story meant nothing, but because your life finally began to mean more. If this felt familiar, subscribe. The next video will help you understand why emotionally unavailable people can feel so difficult to resist.